Coach?
Yeah, I want to open with a lot of credit to Notre Dame and their staff and their team. They played exactly like we expected them to play. Physical, tough, don't beat yourself, and they did that. They did those exact things, right? They got 2 turnovers, and we didn't, and they returned a kickoff for a touchdown. So we basically spotted them, probably 14 points off of that, and costed ourselves a possession in the red area when we fumbled down there. But, they did a really good job. They play really hard, physical, ran the football, so do we. Those two mirror each other. I think both defenses played well, and we turned the ball over, and they didn't. And they gave us problems in the pass game with the sack and the sack fumble. So give them a lot of credit. That takes nothing away from these men on the stage and the seniors that are part of this class. I mean, absolutely incredible. I just told them what they went through this year and what they played and how they played, the resiliency, the injuries that we've had, and to win an SEC championship, which I have so much respect for our conference, and to win some of the comeback games they won and never quit, even in this game, never quit. That's the attitude you got to have to get better as a football program. So we got a lot of guys moving on, a lot of guys hurt in that locker room because we didn't get the outcome we wanted. But that's part of life, and I give Notre Dame credit for how they played, and give our seniors and our leaders credit for what they've done for this program.
Thanks, Coach. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Right here in the front row.
Kirby, can you walk us through the final 33 seconds, the final minute of the first half, and going for it there, throwing the ball, and what happened?
Yeah, typically when you're down, you need every possession you can have. And we made a decision that we were going to be aggressive, and we were going to try to go 2-minute. That's what everything says you should do. You can't give up possessions when you're trailing. So we're down 6-3. We felt like we had a little quick game pass. Certainly not counting on getting beat that quick, that left tackle, and got a sack fumble, which gave them some momentum. But at the end of the day, we got a great red area defense. We should stop them, and we don't play passive here. So we play to be aggressive, and we're trying to go score.
Right here on the left side, front row.
If I could follow up on that question, how much did you take into account that the offense hadn't really been moving the ball, and obviously Gunner was, making his first start as you contemplating playing aggressively?
No, I don't think so. I think we did move the ball. We turned it over. So we had more yards than they did at the time, and we had more passing yards than they did at the time. So I don't see it as just go in the shell. We got an opportunity. We got timeouts. We got an opportunity to go score. We work 2-minute every week, and we stay aggressive with it. I mean, we got a really good pass pro team, and we didn't pick him up on that play. Made a great rush, and he got a sack fumble. But I don't question that call because I really agree with the decision to be aggressive and try to go score.
We'll stay on the left side.
Kirby, the opening second half kick return for a touchdown, what happened there, and how much do you feel like that influenced the way the rest of the game played out?
Well, I don't think it affected us because we bounced right back. It spotted them an extra touchdown. It made it a harder comeback. But, we had an unblocked player that missed a tackle, and usually when that happens, you give the other team credit, but it's not a mistake or anything. We just missed a tackle. And when you don't play for a while, sometimes you miss tackles. We had leverage on the ball, and we had somebody that couldn't get him on the ground, and that's what football is. It's fundamentals and tackling. If we tackle him there, then we got a chance to stop him. But obviously, it played momentum, a huge momentum swing for them, but our guys didn't shy away.
Right side, front row.
Yeah, Coach, the 4th and 1 late in the football game, they run the punt team off. Was there a thought to call a timeout there? I know you guys are down.
Yeah, didn't want to because they were going. That's what they wanted. They wanted us to burn a timeout there and try to do it, and then we subbed. So it's really unfortunate because I've been told by our head of officials in the SEC that you can't do that. You can't run 11 on 11 off. We did it in 2017 against Tennessee. We've carried that. We practiced that and repped that because teams try to do it, and we were told by officials you could not do that. And so we were trying to say you couldn't do it. We got our defense out there. We were fine. I mean, I would have gone for it if I was them. So I don't think they were planning on going for it. They were going to hard count us, and we prepare for that. We do it every week, and we jumped off sides, But we also were told you couldn't do that in our league.
Go to the right side.
Right here, Coach. Obviously, very defensive game. Notre Dame only had 90 yards passing. Have you ever kind of remember a game like this where the opposition had 90 yards passing and still somehow managed to get the win?
Yeah, when you have 2 turnovers and a kickoff return for a touchdown, that's what happens. I mean, I have been part of those games, been part of really good defenses, and they stop people, and we weren't able to get a lot going, and the turnovers are the difference in the game, guys. It's not an exact science. I mean, you should know when you turn it over twice and they return a kickoff for a touchdown, you're not going to have a lot of success.
Okay, we'll stay on the right side.
Kirby, you had a long completion down to Arian Smith, and you get a sideline warning. I mean, sideline interference there. The ball comes back. Walk us through what happened there. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, very unfortunate. We had I said a coach, but I think it was a player, what I've been told, in the white. You know, and the white is reserved for the officials. That's a safety concern. And most of the time they'll grant you a warning on that. But it was not a situation where it cost us 15 yards. We still had 1st and 10 and didn't take advantage of it. But again, I call those things undisciplined, self-imposed wounds that you lose momentum on. So it's just something you can't have happen.
Okay, we'll go to the left side.
Kirby, we've discussed a couple of 4th down plays, special teams plays. I'm curious, how much do you think Notre Dame's success is built on the fact that they challenge sort of every play and are really willing to do lots of different things to sort of get the opponent off balance?
I think everybody's a good football team does that. I don't think that's a Notre Dame trait, I mean, every team we play in our league, they're going to try to create a competitive advantage. We knew they were really aggressive on special teams with what they do. They come after kicks. I mean, they had 2 roughing the kickers that were running into the kicker. That's a subjective call, right? So that's a decision he has to make as to what it is. Those could be 1st downs. But there's nothing different they do we prepare for it. You try to out-execute people. We had the same situation with them.
Go to the right side, second row.
Kirby, you mentioned that you were told previously in a different game you can't run 11 on, 11 off. I saw you trying to talk to the officials. Did they ever come over and talk to you, the head official or anything like that?
Never gave me a real clear answer.
My real question was about Gunnar Stockton, first start. Your thoughts?
Gunnar did some good things. Anytime you don't have pass pro, it's tough. And he had some tough moments out there when it's your backside and you can't see it coming. That's tough. I thought he tucked it down and ran. He got us out of a couple sacks with his feet and legs, threw the ball away, did some good things there. But obviously it wasn't enough with the 2 turnovers. And we got to be better for sure.
All right, left side, second row.
Kirby, you had mentioned the missed tackle on the kickoff and said about hadn't tackled in a while, and you talked before the game about the layoff. I'm curious how much you felt it was a factor.
I really didn't. I thought we tackled well as a defense, better than I expected. We built a wall on the run game. They had some success with quarterback run late and got some things out as we started to take more chances. But I thought our guys were in good shape, good condition. I wouldn't change anything we did leading up to it. I mean, I thought that our preparation was good. We got to run extra yesterday. I was really pleased with that. All the players felt confident about that. I did not think we had a conditioning issue, and I did not think it was a tackling issue. We did miss one on kickoff, but that was an offensive player. He doesn't tackle as much as anybody because he plays on offense.